Hello. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna close my curtains because everybody can see me. I've never made a Valentine's Day dress before, so I think it's about time. I never really celebrate it because it's not a big thing here, but I feel like this year is the year. I'm gonna celebrate love and I'm gonna look cute doing it, and my boyfriend better like it. Or I can't think of anything. Or he has to clean the dishes for a week. Here's kind of the inspiration I was thinking of. Here she is. I love this color. It actually looks really good on camera. It's a really thin jersey. It's gonna be really cute. It has a really nice drape. I want to be able to like wear it without a bra because otherwise you would see the bra with the bows. So I think I have to like double line this because it will be a bit obvious otherwise, and that's... I mean, I could go for that. I feel like I've talked enough. Let's go. Tell me if you guys also have this, but before cutting into fabric, I always have to really hype myself up a bit because otherwise the thought of just cutting into it is quite terrifying to me personally. So I need a little dance to get myself ready. I used my graduation dress as a little guide for this because I like the way it's really tight around the waist, but it has a really big skirt. If you want your dress to be perfectly symmetrical like me, you should fold your dress and the fabric you're using in half and put the dress fold against fold with the fabric and then trace it, and then you cut both layers at once, and that way you have something really symmetrical. Also very important, don't forget to add seam allowance because otherwise you might not fit into the dress. I always add way too much because I am terrified that it's not gonna fit, and it always ends up looking like a potato sack. For the back, I cut out an identical piece and sewed both of them together for now to see what it looked like. I look like a potato. I was a bit too forgiving with my waist measurement. This is a lot. The sleeves are too long, no, they have to stop here. Actually, wait, let me check the armpits. The armhole is great. I'm gonna shorten the shoulders. I'm also gonna make a much wider neckline. Let's make those corrections now. Before I could start any corrections though, I first had to summon a sewing demon for good luck, and then I cut into the neckline with absolutely no fear at all. I folded the pieces in half and did both layers at the same time because I am lazy. And then I attached the shoulder seams back together, and for that I only used like a white thread so I would see it, and also used the widest stitch that I had because I knew that I would probably have to take it apart again because it never looks good if you only do it a few times. You have to do it multiple times. I also took the waist in by about 5 centimeters on both sides, and look, it already looks better, but it does not look like Saint Valentine would want to steal me away from my boyfriend to his castle, so it is not done yet. We have reached the part of the dress where I'm not quite sure what to do. So I'm gonna do sleeves next. I don't know how to like finish the seams of that front slit that I want to do if I don't do a lining. So we're doing a one-sided lining. I feel like this might be controversial. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm so indecisive when it comes to sewing projects because like the finality of like sewing something, like cutting into the fabric, is truly horrendous to me. Why is this so hard for me? I don't know how other people like make these executive sewing decisions. Help me. Because my brain has reached its decision-making limit for the day, I decided to use a pattern for the sleeves. I didn't have anything with a flare, so I just used a really simple sleeve pattern and extended it outwards from the elbow onward. For that, I measured about 20 centimeters from the bottom and then extended the sides where the wrists will be by 6.5 centimeters on both sides. And I have to say, I really enjoyed this process, and I think I'm going to start making more of my own patterns in the future because this was really fun. I also had a small heart attack looking back at this footage because my sewing scissors and my normal regular scissors look exactly the same, and for a second I thought I'd use my fabric scissors for this, but we're good. This is all the fabric we have left, and this is one of the sleeves. I think overall that should definitely be more than enough fabric to make a second layer of the dress. The problem now is, do I want a second layer? I can't make up my mind because if I do a second layer in the front, it's so weird to not do a second layer in the back. But if I double layer the whole dress, isn't that just unnecessary? Question mark? I wish I had like a sewing mentor to be like, do this. The rest is stupid. I don't know what to do. This is so stupid. Hello? I took a small break. I made some bagels. They're over there, and I hope the dough rises because I'm not great with yeast. I've come to the executive decision that we will be making a lining layer. Let me not talk too long, because otherwise I'll change my mind again.
A few moments later.
I'm about to have a mental breakdown. I can't find my scissors. I finally made a decision, and now I can't find my scissors. Where are my scissors? I ended up using my zigzag scissors, which was really unsatisfying, and I cut out everything again, so I had one outside layer, one inside layer, and 2 arms. We are finally on the actual sewing part. After taking everything apart, it's now time to put them all back together in the right way. I threaded my machine with some matching thread. She started eating my fabric out of revenge. We had a fight last week. We're fine now. It turns out I threaded the bobbin wrong, and I had to go fix that, and it took me about half an hour to figure that out. It was very frustrating. So now all I'm doing is just making the 2 separate dresses. So one is the lining dress and the other one is the outside dress. And we're then going to attach them via the neckline. And I'll show you that in a minute. Ooh. Sorry. 1, 2.
Wow!
So before we combine the 2 layers, I'm now tracing where exactly I want to have the cut. I decided what I was doing was stupid, so I laid the fabric flat, folded it in half, and then traced how exactly I wanted the cutout. I also changed the neckline a little bit more, and this is what the final product looked like. I had no idea what I'm doing, I just want you to know. But honestly, I feel like that's most of sewing. If you're not using a pattern, you're just kind of guessing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how it is for me, at least. I put them right sides together into each other. So this is the outside of one, and I made sure that where I marked the cutout, that's on the outside, so I know where to sew. But we're going to sew all around the neckline and then down to the cutout, and then we're going to cut out the cutout and pray. The only thing is, I'm just lifting it up, and it's really heavy, and I don't like the way the fabric looks over each other. Did I make a mistake? Question mark, question mark? Question mark? Okay, so now I'm going to just pin the edges together and then sew all along that, and I would appreciate a prayer or 2. These are the 2 layers. This is the seam. I'm now going to cut into it. Should I take it off? I'm too lazy. Oh. I cut into the seam. It's okay, I can fix it. I think it's kind of cute. So I'm gonna... No. I forgot to attach the ribbons. They should have been sewn in here. I guess I have to open it up again. To anybody that is still watching, I am so sorry you had to see that. I just wanted to let you know that that was part of my process, and it was painful for me too, okay? Editing this, it was embarrassing, okay? So let's just move on. I reopened the whole thing. I made 8 straps. They were all about 4 centimeters wide. Then I folded them together, sewed them up, turned them inside out. You know the shabam, it's straps. Then I had to take my gorgeous, gorgeous seam ripper and open up all the little places where I wanted to put the straps, and that was really annoying because I chose really well matching thread, so it was super hard to find, and the whole thing just took way longer than I wanted it to, but honestly, you know, that's life, I guess. Moment of truth. You can see all the extras. That's how I stuffed them in through the armholes. Let's flip it inside out, outside in. Wait. I realized that my face looks mad. This is my go-to face. Yesterday I woke up like this. I'm doing job interviews at the moment, and I have to actively tell myself to not do my normal face, but like smile, because then I just look normal. I can't decide if it looks good, like fashion, or if it looks trash. Okay, I'm starving, so I'm warming up my lasagna. I need it to be done, so we're gonna add the sleeves and I will show you the result. Also, I'm gonna hem it, but you don't need to see that. you know how to hem it. Either you know how to hem it or you don't care how to hem it. Let me know. Hi, I just wanted to make a quick recap. As you just saw, I had a lot of highs and lows with this dress, but overall, I just want you to know I love it. It's really comfortable, it's nice material. I'm not happy with this. I think I'm gonna take them out and put in black like satin ribbons instead. I feel like that would be a cool contrast and it would just give a little bit more of like an edge to it, so. The hardest thing was my head because it doesn't allow me to make decisions. I would give this a rating of 7 out of 10 olives stuffed with garlic. Bye.